Well, hello everyone. Welcome to this new video. So, let's just start. Well, how many times it has happened that you start working on a project and in the midway you start on another project which seems very interesting. But while doing so, you forget about your original work and you lose track like where you left off and where did you start and what were the motivations behind it, and it is not very easy to navigate between these two. So, so to complete the projects, I was losing out of ideas. I didn't know what to do. Now, uh, I could have used Gemini because apparently Gemini has a feature using which I can easily schedule jobs for Gemini. If I ask Gemini, say, hey, can you please set a reminder every day at uh, 8 a.m. asking for what progress did I make and save the response in uh, Google Drive, let's say. So I'm very sure that today with thinking model and in future with more precise model, it can easily schedule jobs and ask for reminders and any kind of activity that is needed. So we no need to check for any other calendar applications or tasks. As you can see, while talking itself, it has already created a daily reminder application where it is going to ask me what progress did I make today. Now, see the issue here right now. Maybe it will get fixed later on. Here it is saying that I can't save the responses to Google Drive as I don't have the ability to create or modify files there yet. I think the yet is missing, but soon in 3 or 4 months' time, I think it will be available there. So uh, I could have used some available softwares like there is Jira, but the problem with Jira is if you see in this picture that it is behind a paywall. Like if I really have to use its full potential, eventually it will going to ask me to pay for it, or I have to, lose some money over it. But I don't want to invest any kind of money behind Jira because come on, like Jira is used by all the companies and projects. Like uh, it's it becomes very I don't know, for me personally very unprofessional. Like for my personal case, like why to even bother to waste $8 per month? न- कोई doesn't make any sense, कोई मतलब ही नहीं है इसका. So I thought to myself, since I'm an engineer, why don't I create an application which will help me to create a to-do app? Like nowadays, everybody creates a to-do app. Why don't I do the same thing? So I was trying to think like, what can I do? Where can I make some progress? So while doing so, I came across some interesting ideas, and let me show. Oh no, I forgot the screen. Uh, and it is here. Yeah, sorry for the delay. So I created a simple application. As you can see here, the name of the application I have given as The justification behind the name is Karm derives from a Sanskrit word karma, and karm, it literally means work, or there are many other literal meanings, but what I'm going with is work. So what my problem was, as you saw from the first part of the video, that I start with a topic. Let's say I'm writing a story, or maybe already working on a project, and my mind gets very diverted. Like I don't know which part to continue, or if I start on a new project, I tend to forget like where I have left behind the new stuff. So it's very difficult for me to get back on track and to keep tracking and keep a overall a notebook. Like even though I have physical notebooks with me, but it is better to have a digital notebook also, since I will be spending most of my time in front of a laptop. So to solve the problem, what I did was I opted to go and create my own small Spring Boot application, because like come on, Spring Boot is very easy. It is very easily can be implemented. It is industry grade. Every company, even my company where I work, they also utilize Spring Boot to work. So why don't I use the same thing for doing this stuff? So same way, what I did, I created some entities like project class, the project, and I created some work items, some controllers I had to give. For the project, I have project ID, the name, the descriptions, some activity details like created on, last modified on, owner, etc. and etc. There is another entity called work item, and the work item entity, what it essentially does, it basically stores what are the things that are under the project, like what are the tickets, small stories or tickets that I have to cover. So those are right here. You can see from here there work item status, created on, modified on. Very simple. Now there is a now for front end, I chose Thymeleaf because why to bother create a new front end from scratch using HTML JavaScript, where I have Thymeleaf, and it is personally I feel it is very well organized way to create front end. So I went ahead with Thymeleaf. I just had to import some of the libraries, but it was okay. It was just few Google search away, so it was not an issue at all. So after that, what I did, I so yeah, I created the controller class as well, and it was quite a headache, like jumping from front end to back end to check if I have to go to the save project option, or to create the new project option. But eventually, I was able to add everything. Now, if you notice in this project right now, there is only controller and the model class. I did not even bother to create any other packages. The service package is blank. You can see there is nothing there. So the reason behind is I need this application running in my local. There is not going to be any online server or anything. I don't need to do anything at all whatsoever. So I can simply just run this application in the background, and I can save it in some kind of a file, and I can load the files accordingly. That's why I skipped the entire database and kept the JSON files instead. The JSON files, I kept all the information, and from the JSON files I am loading the files and writing the files to there. So if I have to give the moral of the story right now, if I run the application, it will start running. So yeah, Karm has started to run. If I go and let me check, yeah, so uh, yeah, if you see my window now, lose it a bit. Unfortunately, not able to. Yeah. So if you see now, I have a very simplistic kind of a home page where I'm simply showing my all kind of tickets which are there, and I have given some buttons for in progress, what is the current state, what is the name of the project, the ID and everything. And whenever, if I click on, let's say, the simple banking project, which is inside my GitHub right now. So if I click on this, so it stores all the work items. And if you see here, there are drop downs. You can check the drop downs from here. I can change it to in progress, so it will get into in progress or to do, whatever. I can click on these as well to see what is the total actual all the information which are present. There's still a lot of information I did not show on the front page, which will be in the back end. But anyways, so you can even change these as well from in progress, or maybe you can change to do. And if you notice here, the current status also gets changed. So uh, why I created this is to have a local notebook of kind, so that next time, let's say I'm working on the Karm application itself, the next parts of the Karm application, I can easily come over here. I can create a new work item, or I can simply change the uh, ticket states, and I can simply work on it, give comments on it, although the comment feature is yet to be added. But it is very easy for me to keep track of all the information, and it is very easy to navigate. I can create a new project, and I can give the project ID, project name, the descriptions, and it will be ready to go. There is no, and everything will be saved inside a JSON file. So I'm even removing the headache of database since it is a local application. So uh, this is why I created Karm, and it is kind of a small project that I'm right now working on, and I will continue to work on this because the Karm is going to be a foundation for my other projects, so that I can keep a track of it. Whether I'm writing any storybook or working on something critical on my uh, in my organization, if I want to learn something, I can make a learning plans as well. I can keep them inside this project one, and I can continue. So that is the reason why I created this project of mine, and I will continue to update this as well. So if you really liked the video and if you found this to be useful, I've already yapped for around 12 minutes, sorry, 13 minutes. So please do consider subscribing or leave some comments or thoughts. And if you want to check out my GitHub, uh, I will post it uh, in uh, the video description, so you can check that out as well. I'm sorry I'm fumbling, but yeah. So if I go to the Karm project right now, you see this is the Karm project. You can easily get the gist of it. It is a simple Spring Boot project. You can easily run it however you like. Yeah, and there are nothing much. You can really, it's very easy to get it. So no Hako, then slash Karm, and you'll be able to get to the uh, tag version. And I have created one tag version recently, so you can get the latest one. So maybe you can use it on your own local machine, or maybe you can go through the code, and if you find anything, any bugs or any concerns, you can always create an issue. It is already modified, and you can create some, if suggestion or bugs, and you can already create it. So I hope you enjoyed this video so far, and I gave the ending screen again, sorry. But yeah, if you like the video, thank you very much. Until next time, thank you.